Hello YouTube, it's Dr. Cena here. I'm a dermatologist working in the UK, and today I'm going to go through products which you can use in a skin routine designed for oily skin. So routines specifically designed for oily skin have just been rising in popularity over the years. I don't know if it's whether social media or other factors which have caused it to spike as a trend. And there are luckily quite a few products out there which can be used specifically for oily skin. So there are multiple factors which may contribute towards someone having oily skin, and it can be something like genetics, sex, ethnicity, or even seasonality can all affect the appearance and the production of sebum in the skin. However, one of the most common questions is whether diet has any impact in making someone's skin oilier, and that's a very good question. There's not an incredible amount of data on this. However, there was a study done in 2007 by L'Oreal, and it was a multi-center trial of 1,800 women in China, and it looked to self-evaluate their sebum production after eating spicy or sweet foods. And in this study, more women reported reactive or sensitive skin after eating these types of foods, but this was self-reported data and it wasn't an independent person doing the analysis in that regard. And it's important to mention that this study is funded by a commercial company which has interest into doing it. So maybe some sources of bias there, and a lot of other studies haven't been done in sufficiently high sample numbers to get good data on this. Anyway, with that background, let's go into a sample skincare routine that you may want to consider if you've got oily skin. Firstly, it's the CeraVe cleanser for normal to oily skin, which can be purchased for about $10. It's got that product we all know and love, niacinamide, with its anti-aging, lightening and skin barrier preserving properties to it. It also contains ceramides, which are waxy lipid molecules which help preserve a healthy skin barrier, and hyaluronic acid for moisture retention of the skin. Next up, it's The Ordinary's glycolic acid 7% toning solution, which may be purchased for $9. And it's got glycolic acid, which is an alpha hydroxy acid. It's one of the gentler ones, and it's got mild exfoliating properties to it. Interestingly, it's also got Panax ginseng, which is commonly used as a nootropic supplement, but they're using the anti-inflammatory property of it in the skin here, and Tasmanian pepper extract, so a couple of left field ingredients there. This product is especially good for sensitive skin as it doesn't have very strong exfoliating properties and shouldn't dry out your skin too much. Next up, for your moisturizer, you should consider La Roche-Posay Effaclar Matte Moisturizer for oily skin. That comes in about $17, so slightly on the more expensive side. It's got alcohol in it, which is quite a controversial substance in skincare realms and can be quite drying to the skin, but that's kind of how we want it to work in this regard. Interestingly, it's also got a cross polymer which has microbeads in it, which aims to scatter the light and cause the skin to have a matte finish to it as opposed to oily finish. Further to it, it's also got salicylic acid for its anti-inflammatory and exfoliating properties. Be careful, it does have perfume, so if you've got very sensitive skin or if you reacted to perfumes in the past, so that this may be one you may want to avoid. Finally, as a sunscreen, we've got La Roche-Posay Anthelios SPF 50 Ultralight sunscreen, and this comes in at $18, so again slightly on the higher range of the spectrum in terms of price if you're considering it. Again, this is a lightweight, high factor sunscreen which should suit most people, and it's very highly recommended by most dermatologists and shouldn't contribute to an oily or greasy appearance of the skin, so it is ideal for people with oily skin. So that's my roundup of products which you may want to consider for oily skin. If you want to look at the ingredients in any of these products, do head over to the website Inky Decoder. It's a great website and I use it quite often to look up ingredients within various different products. And if you're a skincare nerd like me, you will probably get a lot of enjoyment out of looking at that. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe.